All right. Hi, guys. I'm Jamie, and I'm really excited to be talking on your team call tonight. Brittany reached out to me about speaking this week, and I was just so excited because I've been following her for a while. So it's really an honor to be here and share my story. I've been a coach for the last 6 months, so I've had some great success, and I want to share that with you guys. And since this is not live, if you want to reach out to me and we can talk after, I'm more than happy to answer any questions and kind of be friends. So I guess I'll just start with my story and how I got started. And then Brittany has a couple questions that I'll answer as well. So right now, I am currently a soul cycle instructor and a personal trainer. I left my career as a first grade teacher 3 years ago to pursue my passion for health and fitness. So after 6 years of teaching, I was completely burnt out and miserable from going to work every day. And it was just one of those things that I felt like I was going through emotions. I was being paid nothing, really barely scraping by. And teaching was just really exhausting. So I was kind of looking for something different, but really felt stuck, felt like I never could find anything that I was passionate about. And Soul Cycle came into my life at a perfect time. Soul Cycle is a boutique fitness spinning studio. For those of you that don't know, it's pretty big across the country. And so becoming an instructor was really like my dream come true. So I became an instructor, kind of took a really big leap of faith after teaching and auditioned for Soul Cycle, moved to New York, trained there. And it was kind of like this dream that I had, and I accomplished it, and it was incredible. So I have been a Soul Cycle instructor for the last 3 years, and it has been really everything I've ever wanted. And so I met my coach at Soul Cycle. She has been a rider of mine for a little bit now. And I remember last January, so about a year ago, she came up to me after class and approached me and was talking about this coaching opportunity and, told me I'd be great at it. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. Like, I thought it was a scam. I thought it was a pyramid scheme. I thought it was probably all the things that all of us have thought before. And a lot of the objections that you hear were my objections. So I told her no, thank you. And I was just like, not interested. And so that was kind of the end of it. And then through the next 6 months, we followed each other on Instagram. I was seeing the life she was building, and we just kind of kept in touch a little bit. She would come to class. We were still friendly and stuff. And then 6 months later, so now this is in last July, Soul Cycle cut our compensation plan like in half because of the direction of the company, and we're expanding and stuff. So all of a sudden here I was making a certain amount, and 3 years later was making way less. And I was kind of basically making the same amount as when I first started as I was 3 years later. So all of a sudden my world was just like turned upside down. I was really, really depressed for like a week once I found that out. And I swear I didn't even get out of bed. Like, it was like a really depressing time for me, just to feel like my job was my passion, my job, my life was slipping away from me, and I wasn't even going to get paid for it anymore. So I was just in a bad place, to say the least. And Megan kept popping up on my feed. And I remember I was scrolling through Instagram in my bed, and she was posting something about how she was building this dream life, and she was making 6 figures from home. And, she's so passionate about health and fitness, and you don't really need any experience. And so she posted something like that. And I just remember being like, I'm in such a bad place. Why not just hear her out and see what she has to really say? So I messaged her right away, and I was like, all right, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not in a great place, and I'd love to hear about this opportunity again. So she was like, great. So she came to class the next day. We sat down, I signed up, and that was it. My whole entire life has changed in 6 months just because I said yes. So it has been such a dream. Like, this has just been my new dream, and something that I'm so proud of, and something that I'm so passionate about. And I love to just talk about it because it's like I'm obsessed. So that's kind of how I got started. And I signed up, and the rest is history, like, really. So I will tell you guys a little bit about how I've been having success, and I'm going to go over the questions that Brittany has asked me to answer. So first it was what is your biggest fear and hesitation of becoming a coach, and how did you overcome it? So really, I was scared. Like, I don't know what my exact fear was, but I think I was scared because I thought I had like these credentials of being a soul cycle instructor and being a personal trainer. And I was nervous about this whole coaching thing. I thought it was a pyramid scheme. I thought it was kind of weird, and I just didn't like buy it. Like, I didn't get it. So I think my fear was just like not knowing. And I was scared what people would think. I also wasn't really active on social media before. So once I saw Megan like being all up in social media, I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I used to post on social media. I kind of always have posted like about Soul Cycle, and I'd post my schedule, but a totally different way. I've never been vulnerable. And so that really freaked me out. I've never talked into the camera before. I said to her the first day, like, I don't think I can do what you do. I'll sign up, but I don't think I can do all that. So that was just like it was all of the fear. I had every single fear in the book. And how did I overcome it? I worked really hard at it because my why was so strong from the day that I signed up. My why was, I was kind of in this financial crisis. I had just moved to LA for my boyfriend for his job. And I'm like sitting here, like not having anything for myself. So my why was like, right in front of me from day one. And that drove me to figure it out. I was like, all right, I'm scared of social media, then I'm going to dive into a million social media trainings and learn and just figure it out. I kind of had this like fearless mentality, which I think you just have to have. I got made fun of at the beginning. People are like, what are you doing? Why do you keep posting this weird stuff? Like, I took it. I took a lot of heat, and I think that people were really confused by all of a sudden my switch. And I was like, whatever. These people are telling me this is what you need to do to be successful. Screw it. I'm going to do it and just, hope it works. And it has. Like, this is not rocket science. It's like you listen to all the coaches and everything they're saying, which is be consistent, post on social media, do your vital behaviors, and it's going to happen. Like that was kind of my mentality of like, I have nothing to lose and every single thing to gain. So I went into this really pretty fearless and was like, I'm going to learn the stuff that I'm scared of. I'm going to dive deep into trainings, like, and focus on the things that I need to work on, which was personal development and kind of filling up my cup and not being so scared, and not using judgment or not letting judgment kind of get in the way. So I think I just overcame it by like really diving into the things that I knew that I needed personally, not necessarily what everyone was telling me, but like similar, I knew my own fears and what I needed to get over. So I kind of worked really hard on that. What is your advice to a coach who is struggling to achieve Success Club every month? So, okay. My coaches that come to me and say that they're struggling, every single one of them is not consistent. And so I won't even really give them the time of day necessarily, because that is what you have to do. Like, it's not just showing up one day and then, being gone the next, or 1 month or 2 months. It takes time. So I know that takes it's a little tough love, but I will say to people, like, these are just 3 simple rules that you have to do every single day consistently, day in and day out. And if you're not doing them, that's why you're not hitting Success Club. And, I also think that it's like Success Club 5, like that means 3 people. Like, that is such a low number for the amount of people in this country, or in whatever, the US, Canada, and the UK, that need help, that need our help. Like, 3 people is nothing, is like bare minimum. So I tell my coaches, like, if you're not hitting Success Club 5, then what are you doing? What's the problem? So I really believe that if you're being consistent every day, people trust you, people see you showing up, people see your results, that people are going to want to sign up. So maybe it might not happen in the first month or the second month, but if you're struggling, it's just because you've fallen off and you're not consistent. I really, really do believe that. So I owe all of my success to just being consistent day in, day out. There's not been a single day I've not been on my stories talking about, my challenge groups, or doing my workout, showing little clips of my workout and my shake, and just being the product. I think right from the start, it's not like I had 100 people sign up with me right from the start. I had like 2. So my first challenge, like it was like 2 people, but I think I got those 2 people results. So I think it's about really taking care of the people that you do have. So whether it's 1 person or 30 people, taking care of those people, get those people results, make them become obsessed with these programs and what we have to offer, like you have, which I hope you have. Because for me, I'm like so incredibly passionate about all of this, so that it's so easy for me to talk to people and want to share this with people, because it changed my body right away in my first 21 days, and it continues to. And I'm seeing the success of all my clients. So I think it's like, if you have 1 person, bring them to success, take care of them, and just look, if your warm market's not responding, there's so many people. So you're not reaching out to the cold market. You're not looking for people on Instagram or Facebook that need your help. So I really think it just comes down to the vital behaviors and consistency. And I'm sure everyone's heard that 100 times. How and why do you achieve beyond Success Club 10, 20, 30, 40? Okay. So my first month I think I had 2 or 3 people. So I did hit Success Club 5 my first month. Second month, I think it was like 10. And then after my first 2 months, I've been hitting like 50, 60, and the last couple months have been 100. And I will say that my success has really, that number, I owe it all to my challengers and the way that they come out of that challenge. Like I said before, like I make these challenge groups great. I am checking in with them all the time. I'm leaving videos. I feel like I'm leaving good content. And I think that if you get these people results, it's such a ripple effect. I feel like after my first challenge, I had like a couple of people that saw amazing results, and they brought me like 10 people. It was like they couldn't keep their mouth shut, or the people at their office were noticing how good they look. And it's this ripple effect. So if you make people feel good in their own skin, all they're going to want to do is share that. So I think it's really take care of your clients and your challengers. Why do my coach kind of said that you should hit Success Club every month or hit Success Club 10. And when I started to see how awesome this was and how many people I could help, I kind of said, like, why would I just do 10? Like, I could run probably a couple of challenge groups, or I could get more. So I hustle every single day. Like, I am really, really hustling. So I don't want you to think that this has just become super easy for me. I work my ass off. I work a lot of hours a day because I want to, I have really big goals. So I think don't underestimate my success and those big numbers, because it all is coming down to how much I'm putting into it. So, forming relationships, it's the stuff that you guys probably already know, but forming relationships and connecting with people, getting your challengers and your clients great results, and having them share with people, and just being open and vulnerable about what it's done for you. I have always, and start with your own journey. Like I have started with my own journey from day one. I've lost a lot of weight, not a lot, but like 5 pounds, 8 pounds, which for me was a lot. My body has completely changed. And I think people are watching that and they're seeing the journey that I'm on. And it's like, oh, I want to do what she's doing, or I want a part of that. So I think that's really important too. Okay, let's see. What habits have you developed to help you remain consistent in your business? What do you do consistently every day? Okay. So working out is a non-negotiable for me. I didn't used to work out before Soul Cycle, or like besides Soul Cycle. All I was doing was Soul Cycle, because I teach like 2 or 3 times a day sometimes. So I was exhausted, and like, my body wasn't changing because I'm doing the same workouts all the time. So once I started this, my first challenge, I loved just the idea that now I could take care of myself, because before, when I do classes, that's not taking care of me. I'm putting all my energy into other people. So this was like a non-negotiable, is me doing me and taking care of me. So I think working out and getting your workout in is like number 1. That is the most important thing. You should schedule it. Like if you are trusting and wanting your clients to be held accountable to show up for themselves every day, then you have to do the same thing. I really believe that they're watching you, and you are kind of the leader of the pack, and what you do is what they're going to do. So people have watched me for the last 6 months show up every single day consistently in my eating. I show them what I'm eating and my workouts. And so I really just think I'm doing the vital behaviors. I don't think I'm doing more. I'm 10xing the vital behaviors. So I'm not inviting like 3 people a day. I'm inviting, 10 or 20. And I just really think that I have set business hours for myself. So if I have 3 classes a day, I'm trying to figure out, okay, when am I going to get my hour in? Or if I have like, I have like classes and clients throughout the whole day sometimes. And I'm like, all right, when am I going to fit, 5 minutes in here, 10 minutes in here? I'll sit in my car and invite here. So really just finding pockets of your day. And I think that consistently at the beginning, I mean, still now too, all I want to do is learn this business. And I think that I really have taken a jump start because of that. I have been into every single training, every single YouTube there is. I've watched 100 of Britney's before I've even met her. I am always just looking up stuff online on YouTube because there's never going to be a lack of resources. Like, we have all the resources. So once I realized that, I was like, I don't need to wait for my coach to tell me everything. I'm going to just figure this out. I'm going to learn this myself. I'm going to figure out how to be successful because that's what I wanted. And so I truly believe that if you want to be successful, you can. It's all there. And it's like just putting it into action. So that's what I've done. Also, I always watch trainings constantly in my car. I'll listen to stuff. So any minute I get, I'm kind of plugged in to this. Okay, let's see. Last question, what is your advice to a newer coach or a coach newly committed to bigger goals? If you have big goals and big dreams, then you got to go for it. Like, I tell my coaches that have such big dreams that you just have to go for it and put yourself out there from day one. And I think that you got to like share those big dreams. You got to put them out there. I made a vision board, and some of which I've crossed off, which is awesome. But put your dreams out there, write them down. If they don't scare you, then they're not big enough. Like, they should be these crazy big dreams that fire you up and make you want to do bigger and better things. And that is my driving force. I have crazy dreams in this business. So every day I'm sitting down here and I'm like, okay, I am going to do this, this, and this. And I make a checklist. I make a list for myself every single day of like what I need to do, what I need to get done. And I just think it's like, go for it. Be fearless. If you want something, you're the only person that can get it. Okay. No one else can help you. Your upline can't help you achieve success. They can mentor you and they can provide you the resources, but they're not going to help you achieve success. Like, you got to do it. And I've always kind of had that mentality of like, if I want something so bad, like, as long as you don't quit, you're going to get it. As long as you don't quit and you're consistent and you just stay at it, that's it. And I actually asked Britney the other day, we were talking, I was like, she's been in the business for so long. So that I always say, like, what's your secret? And she, of course, said consistency. And that is all this is. Just be consistent, show up every single day, know that you are making a difference in your life and other people's lives, whether it's one person a month or 30 people a month. Just focus on what you are doing and, just focus on what's possible. The opportunity in front of all of us is crazy. I see one person do it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can do that. And then I see 2, and then I see 3, and then you see all the top coaches and all these people doing amazing things. And why not you? Like, why not us? So I just think if you have big goals, go for it. If your goals are smaller, obviously it's going to look different than if you have big goals. But either way, if you're in this, help people. Share your journey. You never know who you're inspiring. So just really go for it. And that's like my biggest piece of advice. Be fearless. Learn as much as you can. Don't wait for someone to give you stuff. Like, just go get it. If you want it, go get it. And that's really it, you guys. My Instagram is jglass. So I kind of run all my business on there. I don't really do a lot on Facebook. I'll occasionally post some things on Facebook. But if you want to follow me, if you want to reach out to me, ask me questions, I'm happy to answer anything. Or if you want to just follow me and see, how I post, because I'm always on my stories all the time. Feel free to follow me and say hi and message me. But thank you guys for having me, and I hope that helped. I know it feels like we kind of hear the same things from so many different coaches, but even for me, when I hear something from someone, it kind of resonates different, even if they're saying the same thing with another coach. So I hope this helps you guys, and have a great night. Bye.